I don't want to be that guy, but I will be that guy. This shooting looks suspicious. Yep, I know. So racist, racist. I can't believe that you would say that this shooting is suspicious. What, you're a fucking racist? You're running protection for a Nazi mass murder? No, I'm not. I'm saying I got questions. Lots of questions. The least weird thing about this is the notion that a racist dude, white dude, would go and shoot and kill black people. Look at the racial tension going on in this country. You got a shit ton of race baiters, especially on the left-hand side, constantly taking things and amplifying them and blasting them out to paint a picture that white supremacist cops, white people. Doesn't matter if the white person is an Indian, East Indian. Doesn't matter if the white person is an illegal alien Mexican dude. Doesn't matter if the white supremacist is a black cop. No. White supremacy is killing black people. All right. So if there was a racist white dude who went out to kill black people, specifically black people, I would not be shocked. You guys are stoking a race war in this country. No, what has got me weirded out and suspicious about this, number one, you just saw a rampant amount of TikToks, Twitter videos, all types of Instagram, everything. The black community, for whatever reason, coming out in large numbers of support for Donald Trump. Large numbers. I mean, videos get millions and millions and millions of views of all of the black people cheering on Donald Trump's motorcade on the way into the Fulton County Jail. Black Twitter was popping off with love for Donald Trump. And then within 48 hours, white people are killing black people. Watch out. You can't trust white people, black people. Look at these fucking white people. White supremacy is the biggest domestic terrorist threat ever known to black people. See, he killed 3 black people. Meanwhile, I don't know how many black people were killed in Chicago this weekend, or Baltimore, or Detroit, or any of these. They don't ever want to talk. Nobody wants mainstream media press. The people running this agenda, this narrative, they don't want to talk about any of that. That's a little bit weird. It's almost like they're trying to get black people to hate white people some more, right? There's plenty of instances where black people are specifically hunting down white people in Minneapolis and in Chicago and these places and killing them. Those are never talked about. You're not allowed to talk about that. For fuck's sake, you had a house party a few months ago where 25 people were shot. Black people, 25 black people were shot. 25 black people shot at one house party. The mainstream media press didn't want to fucking talk about that. That's a gigantic mass shooting. Don't want to talk about that. Don't want to talk about that. If I was a black person, I would want to hear about that because I'd be like, holy shit, I ain't going anywhere near a fucking house party. That seems insane. But no. This one. Boom, 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 boom. It's interesting. It's suspicious. The timing and everything. Black Twitter comes out, massive support for Donald Trump. 48 hours later, black people are being told that white people are hunting them down. White people in this country have 100+ million guns, trillions of rounds of ammunition. If white people were hunting anybody in this country, you would know it because there would just be rivers of blood all over the place. Where the conservative white dudes are the most armed fucking group on this planet. We got more guns than every country combined. It's insane. So it just seems like this is very much in favor of all the stupid shit Joy Reid screams about, or MSNBC, or Sharpton, or, you know, when you've got a fentanyl slinger that dies, and then you hold 13 Carnival Circus funerals and gold caskets. You do a funeral tour for a dude who was selling fentanyl to small children in his neighborhood? That's weird. So you got all of that, and then on top of it, Manifesto, of course. Manifesto. So a few weeks ago, it's been months at this point, everybody's been waiting for the manifesto of the transgendered woman who shot up the Catholic school. Killed 6 people, 3 of them being small children. It's been months. You're never getting that manifesto. You're never, ever going to get that manifesto, which is interesting. We should have some insights. I'd like some insight. Was the transgender individual shooting up that school because that school tried to change the transgender person's sexual orientation? Was this, who knows? We don't, maybe if we had a manifesto, we could find out. This dude's got 3 manifestos, and you had them all before the bodies hit the ground. That type of shit is weird. That shit is weird. When you protect some manifestos of children, people who are mass shooting children, targeting a religious site and killing children, when you protect that manifesto, and then when you amplify this manifesto, when you amp this mass shooting of 3 people, which I don't even know if that does that qualify for. Have you changed the definition of mass shooting again? It's a horrible, killing 3 people is a horrible situation. 20-something black people were shot at one house party. They didn't want to talk about it at all. And it was around Juneteenth. There was multiple. There was another shooting where a couple dozen people were shot. They didn't want to talk about any of those. Those are incredibly huge mass shootings. Never once. David Hogg, none of these fucking gun grabbers or race baiters want to talk about any of that. But this one, boom, 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 boom. Listen, if you want to amplify the one with the 24, 25, 26, a couple dozen people being shot, and amplify this, that would make sense. If you want to amplify when a gang drives by and shoots up 8 people, killing 4 of them. In Oakland, that happens every other weekend, or Chicago. If you want to amplify those, that makes sense to me. But obviously, when it's a mass shooting, it doesn't help the narrative, doesn't help the agenda. They fucking memory hole it. And so, here you go. You got the identity of the Jacksonville, Florida mass shooter revealed. Footage captures the moment he stormed into the dollar store and carried out his racially motivated attack. If he racially motivatedly attacked somebody, that's abhorrent. Of course it is. Now, we've got the manifesto that says it does. Okay, all right. Nobody's on this dude's side. This dude's a piece of shit. Nobody's on his side. Why isn't this type of vitriol for all these other situations? You got black dudes who are specific. They're doing rap songs about attacking Asians. And then Asians are being predominantly attacked in San Francisco and in New York City, Chicago. You don't ever want to talk about that. Those should be getting this when people are hunting down Asians and killing them. It doesn't get this type of coverage at all. In fact, if a black dude specifically uses racial epithets to while he's murdering an Asian person, they'll still blame white supremacy. They write articles about how it's still white supremacy. So this is a psychological operation that's going to hurt everybody, by the way. But there you go. Another individual who has tactical gear, probably a lot of messages that the FBI happened to miss, of course, while they're targeting parents, while they're targeting Donald Trump supporters, while they're targeting people who question a cleanest election of all time. They keep letting slip through their fingers, boys. Crazed white dudes, or crazed Mexican dudes, or crazed East Indian dudes who are white supremacists, because it all makes sense in some stupid fucking libtard's brain, in tactical gear, with racial slurs written on his weapon, hunting down black people. There's more going on than meets the eye, I imagine, in this situation. And if you say that, they'll call you a racist. They'll call you a racist. If you want more information, they'll call you a racist. So you're always going to get called a racist. You're always going to get called a racist. So adapt. All right, thank you so much for watching the video. Support the channel if you want to be kept up to date with suspiciousness. Hit that subscribe button and make way, because the salt must flow.